How's it going, guys? So, so I wanted to do a shout out. I kept forgetting to do a shout out for a few people um, that I met out on the water. Vince and Frank, nice to meet you guys, and hope to see you guys out there again. And I actually heard they tore them up pretty good out there, Wolfview Park. Check it out. So another subscriber in my neighbor told me about him. It's a friend of mine, Carlos down the street. Let me know, and I wanted to do a shout out for Sammy Herrera. And hope to see you out in the water. I heard you're looking for a kayak. Let me know. I'll take you out there, one of my spots. Maybe get you on some fish. See what happens. One thing I did wanted to tell you is there's gonna be I'm getting close to 1,000. I got together with a few people, and I'm gonna do a pretty good giveaway. And so if you can, be sure and subscribe. Keep an eye out for the next few videos. Check out my Instagram and Facebook page, listed down in the comments or in the description. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, so I'm getting close to 800 subscribers, if you believe it or not, and that's a pretty awesome feeling to know that. Well, so I wanted to go ahead and do another spot breakdown for you, and it's actually a spot that I just tried on yesterday, Sunday, and it was definitely a hard bite, but it was a good experience in finding these new areas and where the possibilities are here. So the spot is actually Humble Channel, which is right this area here. So the way to get there is you're going to come down the causeway here, and you're going to get off on the frontage road, and you're going to go across the Humble Bridge here and come into where Red Dot is at. Where the launch is actually right here. So you're going to come in here and launch. It's $2 to launch. There's a little sign right here, and you go in, and they will give you a ticket, and you can park anywhere in this area. One of the cool things about this area, and you know, $2 is not a big deal. It's actually pretty decent compared to Laguna Shores is $5. So, you know, kind of take it like that. The other thing is that there's porta potties, bathrooms right here that they have out for when they're closed. If you get there early, you know, before daybreak or before they open, I don't know what time they open. They do have porta potties there that are open. One of the just a little you can get your bait here. They have you know, whatever bait you could probably want there. Something they have refreshments, they have bathrooms, like I said. You know, something you decide you want to get on the pier, you could get on the pier, and they have a raffle, which is kind of cool. If you catch anything that's slot, if adult catches anything that's slot, you get a raffle for a custom rod. It's actually a pretty nice custom rod, and then and your kids, if they catch any kind of fish, they automatically get a raffle ticket for a custom rod for the kids. So that's pretty neat. Other than that, you know, they'll help you out. They'll even, if you don't know how to fish, I think they'll even set you up get you all set up and get you all situated with bait and everything to actually go fishing. So it's kind of cool. Good family spot to come fish. Now, as far as our spot video, okay. So, launch here. Really cool spot is after you get out of this area, you're going to come out here. Is these 2 points here. There's one here and there's one here. It's a little channel, but then it kind of dead ends. And same here, this kind of dead ends. Kind of backed up here. Dead ends kind of right in here. And there was all kinds of bait in there, and they kind of bunched up in there as it got a little deeper. So that was pretty good area. Right at the end, right in this transition right here, lots and lots and lots of bait. There was actually a school of reds up in this area that they just weren't hitting. I saw them. They weren't, at least not what I was throwing. Another really awesome area here. There's a little house right here and all around this area, so it might even be a good spot. These transitions right here, these intersections, I should say. The intersection here is the intersection here and here. Lots of bait movement in this areas, and definitely someplace to check. A real good spot for some wake bait action right here. Now, just so you know, everything that you see that's brown here is thick grass. It's like ground cover grass, if that makes any sense. It's like laid down real thick, like it looks like your lawn, you know, on the bottom there. It's pretty thick, and if it's shallow, you're gonna have to paddle through there. But the paddling wasn't too bad up in this area here, and actually also gas wells, I guess, right here. I believe there's like one over here and one over. Actually, I think there might be here and here. Maybe that's one right there. But all in here, there was a lot of bait movement in this area. And this is the Humble Channel again. All this is Humble Channel. Now, if you want to make the track, all these islands in these areas just on the drop-offs. I mean, this is a big drop-off, guys. I mean, it's shallow and then it drops off. Boom, boom. So I mean, a lot of opportunity there, all around these islands for reds, and then you have these intersections. It's a good area to really take a shot at. Now, what I actually did, we kind of went all over the place. You can actually go under. There's another spot, especially if you're running live bait, or you have some even dead bait, is under this bridge. Now you got to be careful because there is a little freeway here. There's the orange, I mean not the orange, the red and green signs. So this is where the boats kind of come through. I don't know which is left and which is right as far as that goes. Comment below, let me know. I don't really know. But you can still park in there on the sides underneath the where the pylons are at. Drop some live bait in there. It's pretty deep. This is a pretty deep area. I wouldn't suggest fishing right here in the middle of everybody, because you know you're gonna get some guy wanting to throw and try to hit you with a pole. So I'll stay away from that area. So honestly, is to stay away from this area. But you can get under these pylons and sheephead, trout, drum, definitely drum. They catch drum left and right in this area. Now, you could actually come under here and hit all this section here. All this area here was very good. I caught caught a trout up in here, nice trout. There was birds working the area. And then you have this transition for the channel that runs right here. All, especially right now, these drop-offs. So the fish can, when it's cold, they get in here and then they come up to sun themselves as the water gets warmer. And it's shell, there's mud, oyster shell, and to warm up. So it's a good spot. Again, around these islands, we will throw wake bait in this area. Right here and here. Is it here also? No, I think it's just here. There's the two houses that are over here. Now, a good spot they leave the lights on a lot of times. Good spots to work this area from far when it's dark and hit those into the lights. So you have this deep channel. Just got to be aware of the boats going through. Not that often, but they are there. This area has a lot of good potholes. So that's definitely, I caught my first big trout there in that area. So they're there. My wife caught her first few trout she's ever caught in that area. I saw a big school all up in here of sheephead. Surprisingly enough, I thought there were big redfish. No, they were throwing wakes around like crazy, and I'm like, what is that? There were sheep's head, dude. Another transition. Just be sure and watch out for the like I said, for the boats. This area right here is really good for trout and redfish mainly because of all these islands and there's this transition, this whole area of shallow to deep and potholes, and it's definitely a good spot to hit. So I actually did a video for the boat hole Dimmitt Park area, and that's this area here. Go ahead and check that out. I'll put that in the end screen if you want. Yeah, man, check it out. Now, something else we did. This area, there's actually a big first bridge. It's a big bridge right here. This is a big old bridge that we can go under. It's very shallow under there. So if you're coming across here, be sure and pull your drive up. I thought it was going to be deep enough, and I hit something under there. But it is shallow. It's like a hump. And the weird thing was the water was moving from this side to this side. It's like it was pouring in. It was kind of crazy. But the really cool thing is this area right here, dude. It's like a pond. It's a deep spot right there. It's a big deep spot, and I could definitely see some action happening there. We hit this spot. It was later in the day. It was about time we were heading in. But definitely, if you're in the area, be sure to check that out because it looks like it would be pretty awesome. All around here is about 2.5 feet right there. All the way around, 2.5 feet. The only part that was shallow is right in here and here. You have to kind of weave your way through depending on how shallow it is that day, or when you're in that point. But honestly, there was it looked good, man. It really did. It was a hard bite on Sunday. A lot of bait still. I did see lots of bait. Definitely worth checking out. All up in here. It was shallow, but I can see it being a really good spot to check it, guys. So, new spot to check out. I definitely would try it out. Give it, especially on these north winds. It tends to be flat on this side. This tends to be like a protected area when these winds are coming up from the north side, and really works in your favor. And if you're bait guys, I would definitely hit the people at Red Dot up. They're real nice. They seem to have everything that you might want, even a jacket. If you forget your jacket and you need to buy a jacket, or you're out of town, it's definitely a good spot.